Okay, so poetic justice. What was the main goal of this operation?
It was public corruption. We had lots of reports of systemic public corruption in a couple of police departments / sheriff's offices up in that area. And like I said earlier, we're being proactive. I mean, you're getting all these reports, but sometimes, well, a lot of times from what I saw, in public corruption, and you'd be interviewing somebody and they're like, okay, I know for a fact Scott Payne's dirty. Okay, well, how do you know? Well, because my sister's brother's daughter dates this guy and his cousin said he saw Scott doing dope. And we're like, well, boy, we got to close that gap if we're going to charge somebody. So we had years of reporting, and we went and interviewed a source. I just got assigned to that squad, but I'd only been in Knoxville for about 6 months. So exposure-wise, nobody knew me. I hadn't made any arrests, really. I had no exposure with cops, and the opportunity came up to try to do an undercover operation, and the source liked me, and I said I would do it. I've never gone deep undercover, close to home, but the way things worked out, I was able to because nobody knew me. And I knew the hardships and struggles of being deep undercover all the way across the United States from my family. If something happens at home, it's taking me a day to get back at a minimum. But this, I mean, I'm maybe an hour away from the house. If something breaks, I could look at you and say, hey, as one of my boys that just got popped, I got to go, whatever. But there's struggles and hardships that come with doing deep undercover close to your home, too.
What do you think was the craziest situation for poetic justice?
Oh, my gosh, there's tons. Because it was just, I mean, some of the reports that were coming in, I mean, like dirty cops at a cocaine and pill party with users and drug dealers, and dogs having sex with females, and them putting
dogs having sex with females.
Yeah.
I've heard about this in like heroin houses.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way it was described. Not heroin, but it was hillbilly heroin. It was when the opioid epidemic. People stopped buying heroin because you could get it from your doctor.
And what, they would basically make the users have sex with dogs for more drugs?
Or maybe it's a freak party and that's what they want, you know? But in the story that was in that one, it was, and this is I go all of this thoroughly, into these stories thoroughly in the book, but this one in particular, we're debriefing a source, and he's telling us about the reporting of the, you know, like I said, there were off-duty cops, on-duty cops, whatever, and drug dealers, because it's a very rural area. So some of them are all kin to each other. You know what I mean? Like, hey, so-and-so's brother's a cop, but this guy's a major cocaine dealer kind of thing. But it was a female was having sex with a German Shepherd. She starts yelling, saying, stop it kind of thing. Now I'm doing the interview with the source, and I've got a pretty new agent, seems prim and proper, well dressed, sitting in the back taking notes, back seat of the car taking notes, and he's like, yeah, and he goes, so we went up there and stopped the dog, and put socks on his front paws, and I'm like, you put socks on his front paws? He said, yeah. Well, she was saying stop it because the dog's claws were digging into her back. So I'm like, so you're saying you did not stop said bestiality, you help further said bestiality? Well, she's okay with it. She just the claws, the claws were hurting her. And I'm like, what the, you know.
So they would let her have sex with a dog. They just put mittens on the claws to stop from the.
So be careful if you see a German Shepherd with socks on his front paw.
Yeah, so.
Walk backwards.
Walk back.
I said, and then, you know, I remember looking back at the newer agent, and I'm like, are you getting all this? And it was like, what in the heck are we talking about? They had a guy that lost 2 fingers from having sex with a donkey, and I guess the donkey bit his fingers off.
What?
Yeah.
No, this is some real hillbilly shit you're talking about.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was not ready for this.
Yeah, so
sex with dogs and donkeys. This is what happens in Middle America.
Man. Okay. I shouldn't be laughing, but so here's the thing. I'm again debriefing the source. We're showing pictures, like, hey, we're trying to identify people. You know, like people that, because there was cockfighting going on. It's a very rural area, and this is that slippery slope, right? You're like, well, all these people have grown up here. Everybody cockfights. So you roll up to the cockfight, which is illegal in the middle of the woods, and there's cop cars. And you're like, okay, well, clearly the cops are okay with the cockfight. And then openly in the parking lot, it's cocaine deals and pill deals. That's when the Oxy 80s were still strong. I mean, it was a dollar a milligram. That's an $80 pill right there. And they're trading, crushing, snorting. You go in, and this is something I find comical. I'm in there. I'm at the cockfight. I'm betting, you know, and you know, trying to, I don't know, blend in. I'm mirroring, you know. At first, it was gross to me, but it's like watching a bad show, you know. By about an hour, you're yelling, going, "Come on, fight!" You know, I mean, it's and you're doing whatever. But I go up to get a beer. I go up to the concession stand, and I'm like, "Hey, can I you got a beer?" She goes, "Oh no, that's illegal. We don't have a liquor license." And I'm like,
"Okay, but the cockfight is okay.
Everything here's illegal. What do you?" So that's that slippery slope. So if a cop's there doing that and they're okay with this, but when does the slippery slope start bringing in dope and everything else?